Watch these corrupt cops get the wake-up call they never saw coming. No more hiding behind the badge. No more power plays. Just the brutal truth. They've been caught, and they're done. Starting with these cops who thought they'd never get caught, until everything came crashing down.
That's entrapment, my man. How? You're in the bushes. Is there a reason why you're sitting here entrapping people?
It was a direct question, one meant to reveal the officer's real motives. This wasn't just idle curiosity, it was a bold challenge. No one realized how much it would expose.
That's entrapment, bro. You gotta have your lights on, you gotta be out so we can see you.
You understand you cannot walk here?
I can be over there and I can be here.
This is access to the highway.
This is public property.
This is an on-ramp.
This is public property, that's public property. I've recorded.
This tense moment exposed a gray area between police powers and personal freedom. As the talk heated up, it became clear it wasn't just about rules, it was about control.
Leave, please.
Is that a lawful order?
Yes, that is a lawful order.
What crime do you suspect me of committing?
I already spoke to you about that.
Okay, I'm on public property right now.
That is correct, sir.
Correct, yeah, so I'm allowed to be here all day.
You want to play games?
This ain't a game.
I need your ID, please.
For what? I didn't jaywalk.
You did.
I don't have ID. I don't have it.
The officer's bold move, threatening and demanding ID without cause, spoke volumes. It was a chilling abuse of power, proving just how far they'd go to seize control. And what happened next only made things worse.
Get some backup. Call the state boys too.
Clarified everything, Sergeant, just to be sure. But so if I wanted to, which I really don't care to waste my time and taxpayer money, the taxpayer money on your ignorance.
Not
You
my
cannot-
ignorance,
listen,
right?
You were jaywalking, I could cite you for
No.
that.
You got it on video?
Therefore, I'm assuming you do actually.
Oh, I
which I'll
do.
confiscate your phone to get that.
No,
if
you
need
won't.
be.
You can't
So that's what I
confiscate
would
my
do.
phone.
But my point is, you can't walk down the roadway. It's unsafe. I don't know what you're trying to do, man. As far as YouTube channel, whatever, go ahead. As far as if you're trying to show people where I am, that's. I don't know if you need an ambulance or anything like that.
This is funny that you guys always come up with mental illness in this town.
Seeing his tactics fail, the officer tried to pull back, but it was too late. The damage was already done.
Yeah, enjoy entrapping people. I'm sure you are. I'm sure you are. See? Bye. This is what they do every time.
Tragically, this wasn't an isolated event. Many have endured the same abuse of power. Next, an officer was called for a noise complaint. The twist? He knew the person making the noise and held a personal grudge. This fueled his actions in a disturbing way, raising questions about how personal bias can destroy professional duty.
This is a
That
public
silver car right
service.
there?
Yeah,
White guy?
yeah,
Yeah, he sucks.
he does.
I've dealt with him. He's rude as shit.
He is. But this time he jumped out of his car at me because I walked over just to be a nice neighbor this time.
Yeah.
And before I said, would you please turn your music down? Threw his lit cigarette at me, jumped out of the car. I had my German Shepherd with me, and he started yelling at me and told abusive language. And
Did the cigarette hit you?
no. Is it true that they can play their music as loud as they want to until 11 o'clock?
The ordinance is after 11, but if he's disturbing the peace, then
Oh, he
I'm
is.
gonna go have a talk with him. I've talked to him before. He's always an asshole. I don't care if I'm on camera saying I don't like him.
Yeah.
He's always very rude. I'm gonna wait for my partner.
Trust me, he turns it up louder.
I know. I'm gonna wait for my partner because he's always very aggressive.
Yes, he is.
So last time we almost got in a fight with him. So if he continues that, then he might be. We're trying to find a reason to take him to
I would
jail.
love that.
The officer's words betray a personal grudge. He admits he dislikes the person, setting a troubling tone for what's to come. The way he handles this situation will leave you wondering just how far he's willing to go.
I don't have to press charges or anything because I mean we can't really take that as a. But if he doesn't give us our ID again, he's going to jail. I'm tired of this. Yeah, what's up?
Same face around.
I know.
How's it going, man?
Pretty good, dude.
You doing good?
Yeah, obviously you haven't learned your lesson. Get away
What you
from me.
looking at? What you looking at? Why you got?
5/8
why
central
you got
copy
so
of
close?
Florida Because
why
your
you got-
music's
why you got-
audible more than 25 feet.
The state of Florida
Does not
says.
matter.
The state of
The city
Florida.
of Daytona
No,
Beach says
I'm lower
otherwise.
body than
Get
Caesar's.
the f*** out of my face,
No,
too.
get the f out of my
Yeah.
face.
As tensions rose, it was clear the situation was spinning out of control. What the officer did next shows just how much his personal grudge fueled his every move.
Wow. Wow. Wow, I didn't say nothing. Wow. Hey, Jill.
Get on your stomach.
Hey, man. I
Get on
didn't do nothing wrong.
Get on your stomach. Give me your arm.
Oh my God, guys. It's 11 fucking p.m.
Give me your
What's
arm.
your badge?
Give me your arm. Give me your
What's your
fucking
badge?
arm.
No.
Do you understand me?
Oh my God, no! What the fuck is this? No, I ain't breaking no law.
Yes, you
Hey,
do.
hey! I ain't breaking no law. I ain't breaking no law. I ain't breaking no law.
Back up.
No,
Hey.
no.
Hey,
No,
give me your hand.
no.
Give me your hand. You understand me?
Hey, man.
Give me your hand. You understand me?
You're breaking the law. You're a public citizen.
Give me your hand. You're gonna be tasered.
Get it from my kid.
Give him your hand or you're gonna
No.
get tased.
The situation spirals out of control as the officer's aggression intensifies. This disturbing encounter is far from over, and what follows will leave you questioning how it was handled.
I need to. Is here?
Give him your hand.
Sieta, we got the witness up here. It's like. I'll fucking shoot all of you.
You'll shoot me? All right.
Yeah. Nope, I ain't gonna shoot you.
All right.
I'll
Shoot
shoot
yourself.
you. I'll shoot you. You're breaking the law.
No, I'm not.
You're a public servant.
You want to get in my face, man? You want to
You're
act
a
like a big
public
bad guy?
servant.
You're going to
I'm
jail, man.
breaking the law. Years I've been staying in this country. You guys
I know,
trying
it's
to
all
fuck me up for nothing. You guys trying to put me in jail for nothing. Like second time. Hey, I'm trying to go back to the
Shut
senior
up.
school. What the f wrong with you guys? Hey, I'll shoot you.
This troubling abuse of power raises serious doubts about the officer's judgment. But it gets worse. The next move only deepens the unsettling nature of this encounter, blurring the line between law enforcement and raw force even more.
What am I being arrested for? Света, снимай, снимай, записывай это на камеру. Record this. Записывай это. I ain't breaking the law. The state of Florida allows me to listen to my music.
This moment exposes the clash between personal rights and police authority. What comes next shows just how far these officers will go to push the limits of their power.
Guys, that's why people hate you guys. I ain't did anything wrong. I didn't break no law. I ain't trying to cop me out second time.
Everyone on this block
You're
hates you.
trying to get hey, stop pushing me.
Hey,
Stop
you
pushing
keep
my
moving, man.
phone.
You're gonna get tased.
Oh, record this, please. Record this.
Be recorded.
Those guys are getting fired because they're acting that way for nothing. I ain't breaking no law, man. What the f think I am? I'm trying to get back to the CEO school, man.
What's your ID?
No, I got 2 of them. It's valid as f.
All right.
What you put me in car for?
What's your name?
No, you don't have to put your feet.
The victim's frustration grew as he continued to confront the officers, condemning their behavior and calling out their misconduct.
Power to put a gas on me, man. Doesn't mean nothing because I didn't break the fucking law. What the f you put the handcuffs on me?
You ran me
Right?
apart, dude.
Nope.
You're doing the same shit
You're
tonight.
talking bullshit.
Put cigarette at that lady.
You stopped me up. There being like 6 of you guys, and you asked me for ID, and I gave
didn't
them
want
2
to ID
forms of
yourself.
ID, and the one of my forms of ID got lost. And right now you're trying to act smart,
No,
and
you
you're
got
trying
in my
like,
face, man. I told you
No.
to get back, and you wanted to keep walking toward me.
hey,
That's why you're
I
on the
didn't
ground.
break
That's
the
why
law
you're
right
on
now. You can say whatever the fuck you want. I'll shoot the fuck out of you.
Cool, you threatened me
I'm trying
like
to
5
get back
times
to my
now.
CDL school. I'm not drug addict. I'm not selling dope. I'm not doing
Alright.
none of this. You can say whatever the fuck you want.
This shocking encounter reveals a disturbing abuse of police power, with officers blatantly crossing the line in how they treat civilians. Sadly, this isn't a one-off incident. It highlights the urgent need for greater accountability in law enforcement. Caught in the act, but still lying? Just wait until you see how this next officer got exposed.
I thought expired tag, you could just get a ticket. What's the need to pat down? Y'all tell people when y'all pull them over that ignorance of the law is no excuse, but then y'all get qualified immunity in court for not knowing the same laws.
On September 4th, 2024, a First Amendment auditor was on duty when he witnessed a police officer mistreating a man. What happened next was shocking.
What they pull you over for, big dog? What they pulling you over for? And she need to pat you down for expired tags? That's a little obsessive. I thought expired tag, you could just get a ticket. What's the need to pat down? And you should always record, big dog. And as a passenger, you don't got an ID either. As a passenger, you're not even necessarily a part of the stop. You just happen to be in the car, so you don't got an ID or nothing. Whatever it is she's trying to do. Now, she asked you to step out, you got to. I don't know, especially just for expired tags. Now, like I said, you don't have to ID as a passenger. You don't have to. So, I'm not in your way. Don't consent to no searches or none of that.
Stop.
I can speak freely.
Okay, you need to back up.
I am back.
Officer Mora crossed the line by unlawfully searching a man for expired tags, when all she needed to do was write him a simple ticket.
Like I said, you're a passenger, so you don't gotta ID yourself, and just don't consent to no searches. Honestly, she's not even supposed to detain you as a passenger. So make sure when it's over, you get her name and badge number and you file a formal complaint. Because she's not even supposed to do none of this to you as a passenger. You're supposed to tell her you ain't consenting to no searches. You're still supposed to say it just so you can have it on record. It don't matter, let her violate the law, you did your part. Long as you say your part, that's all that matters. Because you could take her to court, she digging in your pockets, you're not under arrest. But he not under arrest. You only supposed to do a frisk, a pat down on the outside. Yeah, you only supposed to pat down the outside of his pockets. So that's unlawful. That's a full search.
She didn't stop there. After the search, she arrested both the driver and the passenger without any real cause.
Now that's a full search what you just did.
You don't have to tell me how to do my job.
Well, I know how to do it better than you, obviously. See, passenger, that's why you always film. You don't never let them pull you over. Driver as well. Don't never get pulled over without taping. She literally said she pulled you over for expired tags, but y'all both in the back seat being detained. That don't even make sense. She know I'm right. Let's get that unit number SH6494.
Because the driver didn't know his rights, the auditor stepped in, staying right beside him to guide and inform him.
Yeah, but she know I'm right. That's why she don't want y'all to hear me. Make sure y'all get her badge number and file formal complaints when y'all done. If all it is was expired tags, y'all wasn't even supposed to be pulled out your car. She could have just cited you and let you keep on going. So make sure y'all do y'all formal complaints. Don't let this shit blow over, because she absolutely wrong. And that's why she rolled up the window. She don't want y'all to hear me telling y'all y'all rights. So make sure y'all do that shit. Don't let it just blow over. Because that's how they get away with everything, because people don't follow up on it. Y'all got to follow up on it. Look, y'all supposed to be breaking out with them too. Y'all not helping the community. You got to police the police, because they don't know how to do their job. She done detained the passenger, searched them illegally, everything, all for expired tags. Something she could have talked to him through the car for.
From her behavior, it's clear Officer Mora believes she can just walk up, open someone's car door, and yank the driver out on a whim.
And just gave him a simple ticket. They didn't even have to be pulled out, searched, put in the back of the car, none of that. Especially the passenger. He's just a passenger, and he told her that he don't consent, so, and she still did a full search. She literally went in his pockets, everything. She's talking about he had a razor. Well, you wouldn't have knew that if he wasn't searching his pocket, and it's not illegal to have a razor. She lucky I'm on duty. I don't know how long I'm gonna stand here, but I'm gonna definitely stand here and make sure they all right for as long as I can. I see none of the other workers wanted to support the mans in the back seat. Nobody else cared but me, so when the tough get tough, you gotta keep going, man. Because they definitely didn't deserve that. She just seen two black men in a dirty truck, so she figured, oh, they doing something wrong outside of the tag. It gotta be more than that. She just figured it has to be more. She literally pulled them over, pulled them out. I don't even think she got their license and registrations first. She went straight for the pullout, put them in the back seat.
By refusing to give her badge number, Officer Mora showed she knew she was in the wrong, but she acted clueless anyway.
Now, I don't know if she want to get out and try to search the truck when she's done, but for right now, she's absolutely in the wrong. If all it was just an expired tag. That's what the driver said. Now, I don't know if she hiding that she got more or whatever, but from what I heard, if it's just an expired tag, she doing too much. I don't know what she in there doing. She done washed her hands, clean or whatever she was doing, but it looks like she just wasting time. She probably called back up and waiting on them to see what she do now. What's your name and badge number? Hey, y'all make sure y'all file y'all formal complaints, man. Cause I am, regardless if y'all do or don't. Can I get your name and badge number? She acting like she can't hear me now. You gonna fail the ID? Or you gonna give me your name and badge number? I'll wait.
While Officer Mora remained calm and silent with the auditor, she called for backup. Soon enough, another officer arrived on the scene.
Ask her.
I was asking you because I can see you out here.
Well, I'm not conducting the stop. You gotta ask her what's going on.
Is this your car?
Is it? No, she got the people whose car it is in there.
Okay. So you're just...
I'm just a concerned citizen.
Okay.
Not just to film, just to make sure she's doing her job right. She already overstepped. She done searched the passenger without consent. So that's already a violation right there. And it's supposed to be just for.
Just do me a favor,
It's
just
supposed to
back
be.
off a little bit while
Well,
she
I'm not
does
too
her
close.
job.
That's why you here. I'm not too close. If I was too close, I'll be violating. I'm keeping the distance. I've been distant since I got here. If all she stopped him for was just tags, I don't see what she need to pull the passenger out for. He didn't do anything wrong. He's just a passenger in the car. So why would he be searched and ID'd? What's your name and badge number? Carrillo, badge number what?
06.
The corruption becomes even clearer when her backup arrives. Without knowing the facts, he instantly defends Officer Mora, never once questioning her wrongdoing.
But yeah, if it's just tags, couldn't she just cited him and let him go?
She's taking the car now.
It looks like it's back far enough, so I understand that. But what about detaining the passenger and searching him and all that? He not the driver?
By its very definition, when there's a traffic stop conducted, the passenger is...
Nah, no. The passenger,
free to go.
the passenger don't have nothing to do with the stop. He might have to stay, but he don't have to ID because he's not driving. He's not making a violation.
Voluntarily IDs himself.
Well, he didn't. She obviously just made him do it. He didn't do it, and then she fully searched him. She didn't do a pat down on the outside. She physically went into his pockets.
Unless you were like right there next to
I got it on tape. I got it on tape. I heard it. I seen it. I got it on tape. I seen and heard it.
Then you're probably a little too close.
Nah, it's never too close. That's what Zoom is for.
It's heartbreaking to see law enforcement officials ignore basic rights, acting as though their illegal behavior is perfectly fine.
The mic sound Zoom too. Listen, the mic sound Zoom. Listen, the mic sound Zoom as well. And they were speaking loud enough to hear him. So
He's in the car and he gives her that information.
no, he was outside the car when that happened. See, if you was here, you would have knew.
If he's in the car and he gives her that
But that happened outside the car over here.
Okay.
See, that's what I'm saying. If you was here, you would have knew. Right now, you just assuming because you're not sure. You just got here. I'm telling you as a witness to it.
It's gonna go both ways, sir.
I'm telling you as a witness to it. You just assuming I was here. It's a big difference. I'm a primary source. You would be more like a secondary, right? So if we're talking about that, then I was here, you wasn't. So
I would say primary would be him. You'd probably be like secondary.
but
Maybe I'd be tertiary.
I'm a primary source because I was there of it happened. I'm contemporary why it's happened. I'm there with it. I exist why it's happened. I'm here. So I could be primary. I don't know if you know how sources work, but you know, if you did, you would have been more familiar that I would be a primary source because I'm a first-hand source.
The auditor speaks his mind, calling out the officer's condescending behavior. It's clear he's a bully, and that gum chewing only drives the point home.
You could not agree, but that's how it worked. SH1890.
Glad you can read that.
It's not reading.
Nice and clear for
That's
you.
not reading. That's just numbers. That's not reading. Letters and numbers. That ain't reading. It don't say anything. That's just reciting letters and reciting numbers, man. That ain't reading. I see you want to be a hard ass. I mean, you got a very condescending type of, attitude right now. I don't see why, just because I'm here recording. Is that irritating you or something?
Not at all.
Then why you acting the way you acting?
I'm recording you just like you're recording me. Like,
But I'm not giving you attitude. You being very condescending.
How's that making you condescending?
Your reactions, your whole body language, everything you've been doing since you got here.
You may call it condescending. I may just be calling it like I'm not going to get sucked into whatever you got going on.
I don't got nothing going on. I told you what I'm doing. I'm just watching. Concerned citizen. Everybody should pull up and watch when police is here, right?
They clearly hate it when citizens know their rights and demand accountability. As for the backup officer, all he does is cop-splaining, nothing more.
My question is, are you that concerned of a citizen within your own neighborhood?
Obviously.
With the community members
Obviously I am.
outside of the police.
Obviously I am. I hold government officials accountable. That's my main
You
concern.
hold community members accountable. That's what
Your concern is to do that. That's your job. That ain't my job. As a citizen, my job is to hold the government accountable. That's your job to police the city.
So you're a Republican, is what you're saying.
I never said I was either or. I'm just a citizen, standing up for people's rights. Now, if that's what you call a Republican, hey, that's your opinion.
I'm just wondering.
I'm just giving you some side on my side. I'm just giving you a little information. I never said I was either or. I'm just a citizen. I'm just a citizen and stand up for people's rights. And like I said, if you want to call that a Republican, hey.
We need more people out there looking after everybody.
We need more people like me, for sure.
Everybody.
For sure, we need more people like me. I hold people accountable. I file formal complaints. I follow up. I do whatever. I make small claims. And we go to court after that if we got to. I hold them accountable to the full extent of the law. That's why I said members of the government and not specifically police.
I'm good.
All members of the government. Right now it's just specifically you guys because y'all here, but everybody get held accountable. I got complaints on city councilmen, clerks, all type of shit, whoever do wrong. So you typically do the same thing the passengers did, because it sounds like you're in agreement with what she did. You pull a passenger out and detain him when he had nothing to do with the stop. He's just a passenger. The passenger is not subject to your arrest or search or any of that. He can step out and let you search the car, but you couldn't search him just because he's a passenger. So what's the difference with a personal driver? He's a passenger.
Like you said, I wasn't here.
That's why I asked you, would you have handled it the same way?
I don't know. No, I can't tell you because every situation is different.
Okay, when you pull over, okay, look, if you pull over a car,
made that every traffic stop.
That's why I'm asking you. I don't want to assume. That's why I'm asking you. I don't want to assume.
That's simply not true.
That's why I'm not assuming. I'm asking you, would you handle it that way?
I don't know. It depends on who the passengers are.
You don't know who the passenger are. That's the whole thing. They're anonymous, and they're supposed to remain that way because they haven't committed any infractions. They haven't broken any law or broken any crime. Do you know? From what I heard, she didn't ask him, so I wouldn't know.
We typically ask that question.
Well, I didn't hear her ask. I was right there. You didn't ask me.
I don't need to ask you. What we have right here, this is just a consensual encounter.
Yeah. That's what it's supposed to be with a passenger. That's what it's supposed to be with a passenger as well. It's supposed to be consensual because he can. He's supposed to be able to leave too. If he didn't commit any crime, any infractions, why is he detained? He's not even driving. Whatever reason you would stop the driver for has nothing to do with the passenger.
The passenger is seized upon any detention in the motor vehicle.
He don't have to identify himself still. But he still wouldn't have to identify himself. Even if you would say he had to stay, he still wouldn't have to identify himself because he didn't do anything wrong.
He doesn't have to identify himself.
That's what I'm saying. But you said typically y'all identify everybody.
Well, typically they'll provide it voluntarily.
That's because y'all don't tell them their rights that they don't have to. You just ask for it. So since you're in uniform, they think that's what they have to do. Now, it would be a difference if you said you don't have to ID, but would you mind? I guarantee you 90% of them people wouldn't.
The real issue is that officers have gotten away with this for so long and people have simply followed orders, that they now treat it like the norm. But this man was brave enough to say it straight to the cop's face.
No, I'm telling you from experience. I'm telling you from experience. I'm telling you from experience. I have video evidence of it. I'm not just making this up. I'm not making it up. I'm just telling you from experience. This is from experience. I've had officers arrest me in City Hall for trespassing. How do you trespass in City Hall without breaking the law? Exactly my point. But it's happened. So it's not me assuming or just saying any old random comment. I'm telling you from personal experience. This shit happens a lot. Officers don't even know what a lawful order is a lot of the times. They tell you it's a lawful order because I said it. No, it has to actually have a law backing what you're saying for it to be a lawful order. So I've just had it all. I've seen a lot of it, man. So a lot of times these officers just don't know what they're doing. The 6 weeks of training just don't suffice. It don't. But y'all do that to have qualified immunity, I understand. Y'all tell people when y'all pull them over that ignorance of the law is no excuse, but then y'all get qualified immunity in court for not knowing the same laws. The judge will give you a slap on the wrist. And then it's justified then, right? Y'all get qualified immunity for not knowing the law, but then y'all turn around and tell the citizens, oh, that's no reason. Just because you didn't know it, that don't mean it's not illegal. Y'all go in court and that hold up for y'all. So I don't really understand the system when it comes to that. Can you explain that? I don't think so. Oh man, why you didn't shake my hand? It's biasness. He don't like me, y'all. He didn't shake my hand.
When the officer heard the man assert his rights, he ran out of excuses and simply walked away. Next, these are the moments evil cops realized the truth was out and the game was over. In November 2020, Kyle Wilde was just cruising on his motorcycle, vlogging. Everything seemed normal until he stopped at a red light, and that's when a crazy cop did something totally unexpected. What happened next? You won't believe it.
And he gives it to the other guy. The other guy's like, all right, I'm out, peace.
Get off the bike. Hands behind your back.
What?
Hands behind your back.
Okay. What did I do? Ow.
Kyle was left lying there, stunned after being knocked off his bike. No warning, no reason. When he finally asked the officer why, the answer was so bizarre, it left him and everyone else completely speechless.
What?
So, when you came by and your license plate is hidden like that?
It's not even my bike. It's my dad's.
Sorry?
It's not even my bike, it's my dad's.
Dad. Okay. Are you gonna fuck up if I try to lift it like this?
Huh?
Am I gonna fuck it up if I lift it like this?
I mean, you probably already fucked it up from slamming into the ground. I don't know, man.
You got a driver's license on you?
Yeah. Just leave it.
I'm getting to lift it up if it can't stand on.
The poor guy was handcuffed and completely lost, trying to figure out why the cop used force instead of just talking to him. What was the rush? Why go straight to violence? It didn't make any sense.
Do you have any ID on you?
Yeah, I just said. It's in my pocket here.
Yeah.
Alright. Got insurance in there too.
Slide one knee up.
Ugh.
So the reason normally we would.
Yeah.
When guys hide the fucking license plate,
Yeah.
they don't pull over, they take off.
Well, if guys are gonna take off, they won't have a license plate, to be fair.
Now, the officer, total idiot, was scrambling to cover up his mess, but trust me, you'll want to stick around to see how this whole thing unraveled for him. It doesn't end well.
I've had guys where they'll put magnets and then just flip it down.
But I mean, if you're gonna run from the cops, you wouldn't want a license plate anyways, right?
No, I wouldn't think so, but they do it, and they put stolen plates on there and whatever else.
Fair enough.
So that's why I had to do that, it's just so you wouldn't fly.
All right.
But anyways, all right. I'm just gonna run your plate. As long as everything's okay, you're good to go. Bike okay?
No, it's like that. This is all fucking bent and shit now.
9 November 9 X-ray 7.
Yeah, like you see how it's all bent now? It's like bent like this. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't drive a bike. I don't have to pull my license.
The motorist was still trying to process what had just happened. This wasn't a simple traffic stop. No, this was an outright assault by the officer. And what's even more shocking? Some people in uniform act like they're untouchable, like the law doesn't apply to them. It's insane.
You usually gotta do this a couple times for it to turn on. I don't know.
I really hope.
I don't know. I'm gonna give it a little bit.
Yeah, everything's 10 for his license. We're good.
You didn't have to like throw me off the bike.
I wasn't trying to throw you. I was just trying to hold you so you wouldn't, like, I was holding you so
You threw me, man. Come on.
Well, I gotta make this right, so what can we do?
I don't know. You tell me. I've never had a situation like this.
I mean, generally, they pick it up and drive off. I don't know.
I don't know, man. Like, is there like a reimbursement for my fucked up handlebar? I don't know.
You put it in. Like, I'll look into it for you. It's my bad. Like, it's my fault.
Yeah. Like, I don't know. I don't know, man. It's not even my bike, which is like the worst part about it.
Let me get my sergeant here, see what we can do for you.
Okay, thank you. Okay.
Kyle took off, but here's the kicker. The officer didn't care one bit about the damage he caused. He just strutted back to his car like nothing happened. Unbelievable. But Kyle, he's not letting it slide. He's planning to sue both the officer and the city. And honestly, it's almost a guarantee he's going to get the compensation he deserves. The officer's not getting away that easily. In the next case, this officer decided it was perfectly fine to treat a citizen like garbage over a mistake that literally everyone makes. Talk about overkill. How does anyone justify that kind of abuse? It's beyond frustrating. On July 28, 2024, in Los Angeles, Alexander Mitchell was just waiting in his car for a friend. No big deal, right? But then an officer approached him about how he was parked. It was such a tiny issue, yet it spiraled into something much bigger. The consequences? Devastating.
Hey, roll the windows down. What's going on? You roll all the windows down? What's going on? Roll all the windows down. You're parked in, you're double parked. So what's going on though? You're double parked, man. And you're sitting in the car. Turn the car off. Huh? It ain't on.
The officer immediately got all high and mighty. assuming the worst about Mitchell. He didn't even hesitate, opened the car door like he owned the place. And Mitchell, he didn't miss that detail for a second.
But what's going on? I'm not on probation or parole. I'm at my
You
house
have an
with
ID
Papa.
on you. You're double parked.
But what does that mean, though?
There's a car. You're double parked
What
the
does that
wrong
mean?
way in the street.
What does that mean? Why you up on my door? I'm not on probation
have
or
a
parole.
license?
I got everything. Why you up on my
Grab
door?
your license for me, man.
I do, but why you up on my door?
Huh? Because you're ignoring me.
I didn't ignore you.
Can you step out of the car?
Yeah, I can step out the car. Open my door like that. Weird.
Face the car.
I ain't
I'ma
on
pat you down.
probation or
I'ma pat you
parole.
down.
For what?
I'm gonna
though?
pat you down for
what?
weapons.
The officer started off with a bogus claim, accusing Mitchell of ignoring him, even though he was being completely honest and open. But the real kicker? The officer immediately profiled Mitchell, treating him like a threat without a second thought. It was disgusting, absolutely sickening to watch.
Why you sensing up, dude? Cause look what the is he doing? How you acting, bro? Man, get him off me. I know my rights. How you doing? Get him off me. Put your hands behind your back. Bro, you about to get tased, bro. You about to get killed. Nothing. Just put your hands behind your back, bro. Just put your hands behind your back, dude. Put your hand behind your back. Put your hands behind your back. Man, what did I do?
When Mitchell refused to be searched, just because of the officer's bias, they didn't hesitate. No crime committed, but they moved straight to arrest him. But what happened next? That's where things crossed a line. The officers, in their arrogance, committed their most atrocious sin yet.
Do that.
Oh!
What did I do?
You're gonna get in the car, man. You're going to jail.
Turn it over that way so you can pull do nothing. I didn't do nothing.
All of this over double parking. Can you believe it? What's insane is that people do this all the time, everywhere you go. Yet you don't see anyone else getting dragged out of their car and manhandled like Mitchell did. It's like the officer decided to make an example out of him for something so trivial. Unbelievable.
How you doing, sir? Hey, good. How are you? Good. We're gonna have to put him on the gurney.
Okay.
He's punched in the face. Officers have trouble breathing.
Hey, come on, man. Relax, dude. You gotta relax. All right. Gurney, relax, man. Hey, get on. What's your name? Delo. You're already in the gurney. Relax, man. There's no point in resisting. Oh, okay. Can you just cooperate? Delo, face off. Tell I ain't do nothing.
Imagine this. Getting slapped across the face for resisting an illegal arrest. And then the officer expects you to just, what? Be fine with it? Cooperate like nothing happened? The audacity. What absolute insensitive jerks. How do they even think that's okay? Gage, Mitchell's attorney, isn't letting this slide. He's already filed a complaint against the LAPD over the incident. The officer who threw that punch, he's been pulled off field duty, pending an investigation. But we all know this is far from over. The truth is coming out, and it's about time. Next, this officer got what's coming to him. And trust me, you'd have to see it to believe it. It's almost too crazy to be real, but it happened, and it's going to make you question everything.
For you to be safe, if you're that scared, find another job. Find another job. Come work with me. I'll get you a job. You want to be a real officer, or do you want to be a harasser?
In June 2017, an Oxford police officer got a call about a dog that had gotten loose. Except the dog was already back home. Should have been an easy, routine situation, right? But no. Instead, it spiraled into one of the biggest mistakes the officer could have made. And trust me, it didn't end well.
Hello, sir.
Hey,
How we doing?
doing all right.
You have a Brindle pit
Yeah,
bulldog?
I got a brown boxer mix.
Brown boxer mixed dog, kind of a tiger stripe on him.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty solid, strong looking thing. Okay. Well,
Next time, if you don't mind, don't beat the hell out of my door if you don't mind, okay? I came to the door. That was a loud knock. I would never come to your house and do it. Don't come to mine and do it, okay? Now let's handle some business. Actually, hold on.
The officer got a quick lesson on knocking too hard on a door. But that was just the beginning. He was about to make an even bigger mistake.
Whoa. Hey, don't do that.
Don't do what?
Put some shorts on, buddy. What is your problem? You don't have to swing my door open. When I close my door, I was going to put some shorts on. Okay? You don't have to beat my door down. All you have to do is knock. I'm nice. Now, why did you knock on my door so hard? Just be honest. Just why? I don't know. I mean, just be honest.
Yes, sir. Were you here about 10 minutes ago?
No, I wasn't. I just got home.
Okay.
I've got a lot of cars. I just got home. I just got off.
The guy was already fed up with the officer's attitude, and it was only about to get worse. Once the officer started questioning his words, that's when things really turned confrontational. The tension, it was about to explode.
I was here earlier, and I didn't notice a change in the difference in cars.
Come here. Come feel my hood. Since you didn't notice the change in cars, you put your hand on this exhaust, and you let me know. Is it hot? Does it feel like somebody got off the highway?
I didn't
Don't stand here. You can feel the heat come off of it. Stand here.
I didn't say you were lying.
Well, you implied. Come
no,
here.
I'm not.
You ain't even got to touch it. Just come.
I can feel the heat standing here.
Now, all this could have been settled differently if you didn't beat the heck out of my door. I would have came to the door nice.
Okay.
But you've changed the situation. So what is the business now?
The fact that I am here again, been a while.
My dog, I know.
Yes, sir.
I know.
The man, who just so happened to be a sports coach, was about to teach this officer a historic lesson in decency. And trust me, it wasn't going to be pretty for the officer. It was time for him to learn some hard truth.
I mean, and I know he breaks out. I discipline him too. And he's wrong. But the way you come knock on beat my door down,
yes, sir.
That's a no-no. And then swing my door back open after I closed it? Don't you ever do that again. You hear me?
Excuse me?
You cannot open my door. You cannot open my door when I close my door.
I can't.
No, can you? You can open when I close my door and say, I'm getting my shorts to come talk to you. You cannot open my door again. Do not swing my door open.
I cannot open your door.
You cannot open my door. You tell me what law says you can open my door. It's what law says that you can.
Can I trust that you don't have a gun?
Why would I have a gun? Now we're getting it. Why would I have a gun?
Even if the guy had 100 guns inside, that officer had absolutely no right to swing that door open like that. It was clear he was no match for the man, and things were about to take a turn for the worse. The corrupt cop, he was about to face the consequences of his actions in a way he never saw coming.
Can I trust?
I'm saying, why would I have a gun?
Can I trust that you don't?
Why would I have a gun? Why does a gun even come up? Officer safety would have been tapping on the door nice and having some backup if you fear for your life that I had a gun. But no, you come beat my door down right when I got off work, right from watching the news. You know how that feels? Think if you got off a shift and I come beat your door down. I didn't do nothing wrong to you. Don't do that. And then when I closed the door, was I not in my boxers? Tell the truth, was I in my boxers?
You were in shorts.
Oh, now you're lying. Why do you do this? I mean, why? Why are you even an officer if you want to do this? Why? Why?
Right.
Why?
I'm
saying why? Why? If you want to lie like this, was I not? Tell the truth. Just be truthful. Was I in my boxers?
You were in shorts.
Okay.
The officer had a chance to save himself. One simple apology would have done the trick, but no. His ego got the best of him, and it cost him big time.
Do I have different shorts on now?
Yes,
yes, I did. So I have different shorts on now. Okay.
Yeah.
Were I in these when you came to the door?
Right.
I was in these.
You know that I'm videoing this too,
okay,
right?
But I'm videoing it for me because you don't care about me. You beat my door down and you said I have a gun.
No, I didn't.
Okay, how did the gun come up? Did you bring it up or did I bring it up?
I asked you.
No. That's a yes or no question. Did you bring the gun up or did I bring the gun up? Right. I didn't bring a gun into this situation. You did. We were talking about a dog. Right. We shouldn't have to go there. You should treat me as a man and I treat you as a man. That's why I'm out here having a talk with you instead of sitting in the house and not answering.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
I'm a man. Treat me like a man. I'm the homeowner of this. Do not open my door when I close my door telling you that I went to go get my box. I know where my dog is.
The sports coach didn't hold back for a second. He laid into the officer, and you could see it in the officer's face. He was already regretting ever messing with him. The tables had turned, and this was a lesson the cop wasn't going to forget anytime soon.
I know better. The first thing on your mind was, did I have a gun? Y'all itch to use those things so bad.
For
You're
my
so scared.
own safety.
I know. For you to be safe. If you're that scared, find another job. Find another job. Come work with me. I'll get you a job.
Where?
Chronospan.
Okay.
The chemical plant at Colonel Span.
Okay.
You want a job there? Should I call John Cannell now? You don't want a job, you want to be an officer? You want to be a real officer, or do you want to be a harasser? Okay? I'm looking at you like a man. Treat me like a man, okay?
Why did you step toward me when you...
Because I want to look into your eyes. I have no weapon. You can pat me down so you can be safe. Here, you can pat me down so you can be safe.
The officer's attempt at intimidation? Total failure. Instead of putting the man in his place, he ended up standing there, getting lectured like a student. It was almost embarrassing to watch.
You came violent at me when you on my door. Don't do that. Don't do that on my door. Do you do that to your mom's door? Do you do that to other people's door? Huh? And then you implied that I was lying by saying I just got home. Why I don't get the benefit of the doubt and you must have the benefit of the doubt?
I didn't imply
I'm a first-class citizen, brother.
I didn't imply you were lying. I said I admitted fault in saying that I didn't notice the change in cars
That
like
beat
the
on
one.
my door let me know you thought I was lying.
No,
I know
where
you
you
don't
work.
know and you don't care. That's the problem.
I don't know
Go
where you
police
work.
another community if you're not gonna treat this one right. The community that plays, I coach in this community. I try to do everything. I pick up trash. I volunteer in this community. And for me to be treated like this, it hurts, man.
Okay.
I go to work just like you. If you want a question, ask me. Don't swing my door back open when I told you I was coming back to get my shorts.
Eventually, the officer had no choice but to get out of there. But not before enduring even more of that lecture. The man wasn't letting him off the hook that easily. It was brutal and well-deserved.
Don't do that. Why would you do that to another man's house? Why would you even do that? What kind of man would do that? Why would you do that?
You walked away angrily?
I walked away angrily after you beat on. No, I said, let me get my shorts. Okay?
After you
I don't
told
come,
me.
and that shows what type of person I am.
Okay.
I'm a respectful person. I didn't want to come out with my balls hanging.
Okay.
I wanted to put some clothes on. That says a lot about a man. What says a lot about a man is how they first treat people. You make yourself scared because you start the violence.
I start the violence?
You start the violence, my brother. Did my door hit you or did you beat on it? Let's be honest.
I was knocking on your door, yeah.
Yeah.
And
Was you knocking hard?
I did knock hard.
Did you knock very hard? Tell the truth. Tell the truth.
I typically knock hard, yeah.
No, oh, you typically, see, you ain't grown up yet, man. Just tell the truth, man. That's what I'm saying. I mean, the best thing, like I tell people at work, just tell the truth, man.
This guy absolutely humbled that ego-hungry cop, like he was a child. And honestly, it's citizens like him who make sure officers never get too big for their boots. He showed exactly what happens when they try to step out of line. And for the grand finale, these civilians who turned the tables and caught evil cops off guard. On October 10th, 2023, the YouTube channel. This is a public service posted a video showing a woman simply asking for donations on a public sidewalk in Orange City, Florida. Completely legal, right? But as soon as she's approached by Orange City police, well, that's when everything takes a dark turn. The tables, they completely flip.
Ma'am, can you come over here? Okay, what are we doing out here? We can't.
With all due respect, I'm not breaking any law.
Okay, this is considered soliciting. Do you have a permit for it?
48, go ahead to the next. I don't have a permit,
Okay.
and you need me to change a word, I'll change it. You
What
write me a
are you looking
ticket.
for, money? Is that what you're asking for?
Yeah, I'm absolutely
Okay.
destitute.
No, you can go to jail for that. You understand that.
I'm sorry, but how is that an arrestable offense? This is a direct violation of the woman's First Amendment right. And this kind of insolence from the police officer? This is exactly why law enforcement is so despised in this country. They abuse their power, stomp on our rights, and people are fed up.
I've spoken with the sheriff. Do you want to write me a ticket?
Okay,
I don't want to
we're in
argue with
Orange
you.
City. We're not the sheriff's
I understand,
office.
but we're
Okay?
still in the state of Florida and the United States of America. There's a constitution.
Okay.
There is freedom of speech.
Okay, I understand that,
But
yeah.
federal laws trump all other laws on all other levels.
Well, for us,
And
we have a city ordinance.
I'm exercising free speech. I'm advising the public of a
No, you're
threat in
seeking
your
to get money.
community.
You're seeking to get money, okay? This
You
is
know what?
not a place to get money. You need to move along and get out of here.
No, you can't. You can write me a ticket. You can't arrest me.
Yes, I can. And we have a city ordinance, and yes, I can arrest you for it.
No, you can write
Okay?
me a ticket.
If you want, you can look up the city ordinance for Orange City. Yes, you
Does
can.
Orange City want to go down for arresting a victim of domestic violence?
Wow. Where else is she supposed to go? She's not breaking any laws, she's just asking for donation. But these cops, they really get under my skin. It's like they're on a power trip, harassing someone for doing nothing wrong. Absolutely ridiculous.
Are you near Harley Strickland Enterprise? In
I know you
reference
don't
to the
harass
solicitor?
because I've seen them all over the place. Or your drug dealers. I've seen them all over the place.
I'm heading over to that crack.
Okay, I might need you over here.
I'm leaving, and I'm advising you. Do not follow me, do not stalk me, do not harass me. Understood?
I said no.
I'm on a public corner.
Okay.
This isn't private property.
So let me get this straight. Girl Scouts, homeless people, and even hookers on the sides of the road, they don't get arrested. But this woman does. I'm sorry, but this is so inconsistent, so hypocritical from the Orange City Police. It's enough to make you want to bang your head against the wall.
Okay, that's my point. If you don't know Florida statute or the United States Constitution, that's not my problem. But it will be your problem if you continue to harass me when you let the drunks, the drug addicts, and the prostitutes sit all over the place, and just because everybody knows who they are and they don't have to fly a sign and ask for money, even though they're housed and they have income. Big difference. So what is the city ordinance? I'm not going to ask again.
I never said I was going to arrest you.
Yes, you did.
I said we have a city. Listen,
okay,
listen
I'm done
to me.
with you now.
I told you we have a city
I don't need another
ordinance.
police officer that's going to lie to my face. Understood?
Anyone who knows the Constitution knows that ordinance is a blatant violation. How in the world did Orange City even allow something like that to be passed in the first place? It's mind-blowing.
You're asking for donations. You're asking for money. That is soliciting. If you do not have a permit, you cannot do that. If you have one and you can show me, then I'll let you do it.
So do you have a
Now
permit
I'm
or
going
no?
to be watching all these other people that are everywhere asking for money and see if they get hassled.
Okay, that's completely fine. As long as you leave, that's completely fine.
Leave?
Yeah, you can't do what you're doing. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Signs down. This is a public corner. You tell me I can't do this?
You can stand here, but you can't solicit. That's the issue. You standing here is not the issue.
I can't ask for a donation.
No, ma'am, not without a permit.
Well, it's clear she's not going to get a permit. So what's the officer's solution? For her to just be homeless, alone, and do nothing about her need for money? How is that even logical? It's not just unfair, it's downright cruel.
Hello, how are you?
Fine, how are you?
I'm good. What are we doing today?
Okay. She threatened to arrest me. Christina, I
did not.
And holding a sign telling the public why I'm standing there.
Okay.
Because supposedly I was soliciting funds.
Okay, if you have a sign out and you're asking for any form of donations, money of any kind, that is a form of solicitation, okay? In the city of Orange City, there is a city ordinance that governs that from happening.
Okay, I want to see it.
Okay, I can go print that for
That's
you.
what the other person.
Okay, so he's working on that then, okay? But I'm telling you now, it is an arrestable offense. Yes, ma'am, it is. So if you don't
Arrestable versus ticket.
no, we can arrest you for it
Why?
because it's actually a city ordinance misdemeanor violation, and you can be arrested for it. We do not, unless you go to the city hall and obtain a permit.
Which I was already told I wasn't going to be issued when I inquired into Barry.
Okay, well, you inquired into Barry, go to DeBerry and solicit. Don't do it in Orange City.
What I'm saying is...
The cop keeps denying it, but after watching this video, it's crystal clear. She did threaten to arrest the woman. And her blatant denial, that's the real kicker. It shows just how comfortable cops have become with lying, even when they're being recorded. They think they can get away with it.
They suggested I get a permit. They said you can get a permit for it. You can apply for a permit, but you'll never get it, is what they said.
Okay, well, I can't say that. If Barry told you that,
Okay,
I
I'm
can't
going to tell you right now. I was a victim and I'm a survivor of DV. Okay. I was attacked in our state's capital this past June. You are dealing with someone who has been harassed by police. Now, this is something Orange City wants to be known for.
Ma'am, it's been
I'm on the street.
Okay.
I have zero income.
Understood.
These cops, completely uneducated. They need a lesson in the Constitution because they're blatantly violating this woman's rights. And you know what? They should be held accountable for this. They should pay for this violation.
This is streaming
videotape.
live.
I'm videotaping as well.
This is being backed up.
Okay, that's fine. You're more than welcome to videotape. I'm not telling you you can't.
Your Surgeon Herzog is going to get reported to the the FBI.
Okay, that's great.
It's okay.
All I'm telling you is this.
Leave me alone.
Collect your things
Leave
and go,
me
or you will
I'm
go
not,
to jail.
No, I'm not. I'm going to stand right there on a public
All right,
sidewalk.
right here.
Right here. There you go.
I'm going to stand right there on a
Yeah, you
public
can go ahead
sidewalk.
stand, but you
I'm
can't
not-
be having any
So
signs.
now you're telling me to collect my things and go.
If you're going to be soliciting, you will collect your things and leave.
Now you amended what you had to say. You tell Sergeant Barzon we're going to talk.
Not a problem. You talk to him.
Again, the threat of arrest. It's like these cops just can't stop using this tactic, and it drives me nuts because they're almost always using it in the completely wrong context. And what's worse, it's usually an illegal arrest they're threatening.
I'm telling you this much right now. If you come back with me and you're out here soliciting for funds, you're going to be arrested.
Define soliciting, please.
Asking people for funds. Soliciting.
So if I omit the word donation.
You're being really difficult right now. We have a city
Now I'm
ordinance.
being difficult.
You are, very much so. This is a city ordinance violation, ma'am.
This is law enforcement harassment.
You cannot stand on a street corner and ask for funds or donations unless you have a permit to do so.
Well, but what can I say? That I'm homeless, that I'm hungry, that I have zero money.
Even though the woman was no longer allowed to put up her signs because apparently she was soliciting, the city manager, Dale, was contacted after the incident. And you know what? It was confirmed that they temporarily stopped enforcing that unconstitutional order. And the next case that's almost unbelievable. An officer pulling over a man for the dumbest reason ever. On May 22nd, 2022, a video was posted to the YouTube channel Always Film the Police. And what happened next was nothing short of explosive. The channel owner was just driving by when, BAM! He gets pulled over by Officer Santos. But what seemed like a routine stop, it quickly spirals into something much, much worse.
What are you pulling me over for? Legal pullover. A legal pullover, buddy. You just pulled me over unconstitutionally. Do you understand that?
Hey, you're speeding.
I'm not speeding. I got a dash cam with my GPS on it, buddy.
Listen. You flipped me off while I'm driving down.
That's not illegal, buddy. It's not illegal. You just committed a crime. Nope, you're not getting license and registration. I haven't committed no crime. What's my crime?
You're the guy that's always pulling.
What's my crime, buddy?
Give me your license and registration.
What's my crime?
I paced you.
Paste me? Paste me?
You're in front of me.
Let me see your thing. Let me see your gun. Let me see your gun, buddy. You paced me.
Gun.
Get out of here. Let me see your radar gun.
This officer, a disgrace to the badge. I don't care if the guy flipped you off. That doesn't give you the right to pull him over unlawfully. These cops always seem to think they're above the law, like the rules don't apply to them.
Unlawful pullover. You gonna let me go to work now?
No.
Yeah, okay. Okay. I'm not giving you. Under what? If I don't, what are you gonna do?
Failure to identify.
That's a secondary crime, dude. That's a secondary crime.
That's an arrestable offense.
Is it?
Yeah.
What'd you pull me over for?
I told you speeding. Give me your license.
Speeding. I'm giving you my license registration under threat of arrest. And your litigation, buddy. Litigation. Litigation. Here's my license. Here's my license. Here's my registration. And you're going to litigation, buddy.
Okay.
You are. No problem, buddy. No problem.
This is a threat of arrest, the dirtiest tactic in a cop's playbook, and one they love to use in cases like this. I'm not surprised, but I will never stop being disgusted by cops who resort to these vile tactics. It's a stain on their badge, and on the system as a whole.
This is hilarious. Code 3.
So we got 3 officers here for a guy with a camera that wasn't committing no crime. You call backup code 3 for a speeding ticket and a camera, you coward?
Hey.
You're a coward, buddy.
You're receiving your speeding ticket.
Good.
Right?
Give me my speeding ticket and get away from me.
Get away.
I don't need no more lawful directions from you, buddy.
Whose truck is this, though? Is your work truck?
I don't answer questions. Give me my
I'll be in
ticket.
contact with your work company as well, all right, man?
You go ahead and do what you need to do, buddy.
So,
threaten me some more.
3 officers for a simple traffic ticket? Seriously, how many cops does it really take to write one up? I highly doubt it takes more than one person, but this just shows how deep the incompetence runs within the police force today. It's a complete joke.
The ticket,
Yeah,
all right?
I will fight the ticket, yeah. Coward, punk ass bitch.
Hey, stop. We don't need that.
Fuck you, bitch.
Stop.
Fuck you. Get the fuck out of here.
Go.
You and your clown buddies. I don't have to go. I have to fucking listen to you, you stupid cunt. Fuck you, cunt. Fuck you, cunt.
Sadly, in a country like ours, it's hardly surprising that this cop got away with slapping a bogus charge on the man after committing a crime himself. But here's the thing. Much like in this case, In the next one, the suspect completely surprises the cops with his impressive knowledge of the law.
And I can't wait to get your dash cam and your body cam.
Absolutely.
You don't know who I am.
I don't need to know
But
who
I'm
you
going to
are.
have a field day with you.
On August 29th, 2024, the YouTube channel Inspired by Malik TV posted footage of his encounter with officers from the Chatham County Police Department. It starts with a routine traffic stop, but trust me, the demeanor and intentions of these cops, it'll absolutely shock you.
Where are you flying? Stop!
Your incident has been updated.
I'm sorry, but am I wrong here? Did we just see the officer activate the blue lights after the driver had entered the bounds of his own house? Is that even allowed? Because honestly, I don't think that's how it works, or should work by any means.
Why are we driving so fast, dude? Driver's license, proof of insurance. 9-1, start me supervisor is requesting one. Driver's license, proof of insurance. Go ahead and step out.
Call your supervisor.
He's en route. He's en route, but you're gonna go ahead and step out.
Why am I stepping out of the car?
Listen, because you traffic offense, traffic stop.
offense?
You were speeding, reckless driving through a neighborhood.
I was speeding,
Okay.
reckless driving through a neighborhood.
So go ahead and step
How
out of the
did you
car.
see me speed, reckless
Go
driving
ahead and
through a
step out of the
neighborhood?
car.
Speeding, reckless driving. Hold on a second, did I just see footage of the same incident? Because I'm pretty sure that was a completely normal speed for a car to be going at. These officers are at it again, with their big lies.
Which way is it gonna go?
You're gonna go to jail.
For what?
For resisting.
What
This
did
is
I
a
resist?
lawful traffic stop. Just hand me your driver's license. My supervisor's en route.
I don't consent to no search.
I'm not searching
I don't consent
you.
to anything.
I'm not searching you. This is
I
a
would do
lawful
whatever
traffic
you need
stop.
me to do
So hand me your driver's license,
when
please.
your officer get here. But
You
sir,
cannot
did not
delay my
do
traffic
a
stop. My
traffic
sergeant
stop.
is en route.
You did not do a traffic. First of all, sir,
That's why my license sirens are on.
Sir, you was coming towards me. Was your
Yes.
body cam on?
It absolutely was the entire time.
Okay.
And my dash
Where did-
camera was running.
Where did
which
you see
is
me?
recorded.
Where did you see me driving reckless, sir?
Right there. Right there.
Where?
On the road that you were coming down at a high rate of speed.
You have a radar in your car?
I
So
do.
how fast was I going?
Driver's license, proof of insurance.
How fast was I going?
You're about to catch an obstruction charge.
The officer's just throwing charges around and threatening to arrest the man for no reason. But here's the twist. Luckily, the officer has his body camera on, and now all his shady moves, they're recorded for everyone to see.
You in the road.
You did not stop me. You were turning the corner and you blew
And I-
blue light.
and I blue lighted you.
That didn't mean
And
you
then
was
you
coming to stop
continued
me.
to drive.
That did not mean you was coming to stop me, sir. That did not mean you was coming to
Driver's
stop me,
license,
sir.
proof of insurance.
If you was gonna blue light me, sir, you should have came around and you should have blue light me. I'm turning the corner. You made blue lights. I didn't know that was a traffic stop.
Driver's license, proof of insurance.
Before, you really don't know who I am.
I don't need to know who you are.
Okay, all right. That is okay. That is okay.
Let
Cool,
me
cool.
see your
This look
driver's
like your
license,
supervisor's
and
coming
then
right here.
And then
Sir.
you'll wait for my supervisor.
Sir, listen. Let me tell you something. You gonna get you about to get ready to know who I am. But for what you did, if this was a traffic stop, that was not a traffic stop. But sir, again, I was at the stop sign. You were coming from that way. You initiated your blue lights. Not in to do a traffic stop. I was able to turn. That's not a traffic stop.
Okay. You rolled your window down, and I hit my siren, and then you continued driving.
I did not for you. I was rolling my window up. You did not blue light me and get behind me, sir, until I put into my driveway. Until I put into my driveway. All right. Well, we get your body cam and all that. It's cool. Is this your supervisor right here?
Nope.
It's not your supervisor either?
Nope.
Okay. So now we got the whole force out here for what you said, the last traffic stop, right?
This situation, it was clearly going nowhere. The man knew he hadn't done a thing wrong. But here's the kicker, for the officer anyway, the man isn't just some pushover. He knows his rights, and he's not backing down.
If it was a traffic stop, why didn't you not come up to my car and say, why didn't you not come to my car and say, I'm Officer Sport and this is a traffic stop? Why did you immediately come up here and tell me to get out of my car, sir?
I didn't. I asked you for your driver's license.
Okay, why you asked for my driver's license? Tell me why you asked me for my driver's license.
Because I'm conducting a traffic stop.
Okay, for what? What offense?
Reckless driving.
Reckless driving.
Yes.
Why did you not start the beginning with that? I'm Officer Salas, whatever your name is, with Chatham County Police Department, and this is a traffic stop for this violation.
Because
that was never done.
Because you pulled off from me.
I never pulled off. If that's the case, then you're trying to say I'm fleeing to Lou. I pulled into my driveway, bro. This is my house.
Okay.
This situation is downright hilarious, but for all the wrong reason. How in the world does the officer just straight up refuse to tell him why he's being pulled over? The way these officers think, it's beyond me.
Reckless driving. You coming from that way.
I absolutely can. Based on your speed through a neighborhood.
What was my speed?
Doesn't matter.
What was my speed?
Doesn't matter.
It does matter, because you saying that I was speeding. What was my speed?
I will.
You
I will testify to it in court.
You would testify to it in court. What was my speed, sir?
I don't need to tell you that.
You need to tell me if you said I was speeding, because you're supposed to be giving me a ticket, right?
I said reckless driving.
Reckless driving? What's reckless driving, sir? Reckless driving is a high rate of speed, but you coming from that way. How can you say I'm coming from reckless speed?
Not always.
Reckless speed.
Not always.
Hey, bro, you're real funny, but I can't wait till your supervisor get here, and I can't wait to get your dash cam and your body cam.
Absolutely.
You don't know who I am.
I don't need to know.
But I'm gonna have a field day with you.
So the officer accuses him of speeding, but refuses to say at what speed. And on top of that, he doesn't even use his radar gun. Honestly, this should be surprising, but at this point, we've all come to expect this kind of behavior from law enforcement. It's the norm now.
You don't want to be like, I'm gonna just let you know, you don't want to be like the last officer that tried with some bull.
I see your driver's license.
This is bias-based police profile, and I want you to know that.
Thank you, sir. Do you have your proof of insurance?
I don't have to have, you run my
Georgia law requires proof
Run it in the register, sir. Run it in your system. I never have to show my insurance card. Run my car.
Every single person on every single traffic stop.
Run the car. There's my license.
Do you have your proof of insurance?
There's my license.
Are you not willing to provide proof of insurance?
There's my license.
Okay,
Run my
thank you,
name.
sir.
I'm sure the officer wouldn't be spinning these lies if he knew just how much coverage this footage would get. And honestly, it's always satisfying when cops like this end up regretting the horrible decisions they've made.
Good evening, sir. How are you?
Supervisor?
I am. Sergeant McClellan.
So, I really don't deal with, like, lowering officers and everybody, kind of like hostile and stuff like that. I kind of have bad interactions. So your officer called himself when the traffic stop. Actually, he was coming from that way. I was at the stop sign. He turned on his blue lights. He did not make no contact if he was blue lighting. They just pulled into my driveway, turned my car off. Like I say, I'm at the stop sign, I stopped. And they was even pulling my driveway. That's when he pulled behind me. That's when I realized that he activated his blue lights.
Yeah. Well, anytime there is blue lights, that is a traffic stop.
The supervisor clearly has no clue what's going on. He's just covering for his subordinate. Officers like this, who couldn't care less about the well-being of the citizens they're supposed to serve, should not be allowed to rise to high ranks in the police force. But unfortunately, this happens way too often.
As I explained to him multiple times, he has every right to request a supervisor, but Georgia law requires that you cannot delay a traffic stop. And I explained that to him, that you do still have to provide your identification, and then you can wait for a supervisor. And he refused multiple times, not verbally, but he just continued to ignore my request for his driver's license on multiple requests. So at least obstruction and driving suspended, because there's two different suspensions.
Well, I would get him for what you were originally pulling over for.
Yeah, I wrote reckless driving. I mean, coming through here at the speed he was going.
The supervisor? He's actually agreeing with the officer. I'd expect this kind of nonsense from an amateur cop, but not from a senior officer with a relatively important position. It's frustrating to see someone in that role completely drop the ball like this.
The time limit on the delay can be interpreted, you know, it's kind of up to interpretation. So how did he delay you?
By not giving it, by not giving his driver's license. I mean, he obstructed by not giving a driver's license when I requested it, and then I asked him to step out of the vehicle multiple times, and he did not. He said, I'm waiting for a supervisor, which he can wait for a supervisor, but you also cannot obstruct, because I've read up on that multiple times.
Read up on that multiple times? Yeah, I'm sure he has. Especially considering how experienced he seems at falsely framing innocent people for petty crimes.
So, repeat Georgia serious commercial violator, and then points suspension. So suspension date of 8/12 and 6/28. So it's suspended for two months now.
The behavior this officer is showing in this video, it's disgusting. And it only gets worse. But what's truly horrifying here is the compliance of his superiors. That's the part that really sends chills down my spine.
No homo, no jiggy, but I would say I gotta let him. Me and my ass, that's a lawful order. Man. But lawful orders sometimes don't really be lawful orders. Just because you saying it, you feel like it's a lawful order.
No. Well, I'm telling you, it's not me saying it. What I'm encouraging you to do.
I'll look it up.
Just go to Google and say, in Georgia, if a police officer tells me I have to get out of the car, do I have to get out of the car? Just see what it says.
I got you. I definitely look it up.
Yeah, sure. You got a license suspension form? I ran out.
Yeah.
I've barely seen a cop put in so much work for something that's actually right. It's like their brains and hands only seem to work when there's something in it for them. Given the selfish nature of many of them, it's hard to expect anything more.
Odell, I believe.
Kind of money y'all make, I am mad too.
Oh, I'm very happy.
Demeanor, avoid, rudeness. Yeah, that's what rudeness and promotion. Yeah, that's really what I look. I got everybody SOP.
There is public.
Yeah.
But I'm just,
I appreciate
when you start quoting shit, man, you gotta be on point. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm the wrong guy.
See, I ain't gonna front though.
I'm the wrong guy to
so
be
let me tell you,
quoting
I don't really
politics.
have. So I mean, I have fucked up problem with y'all, but it don't be as much. But I would say y'all officer really kind of started like my fucked up problem. I had a wrongful arrest in 2018. I don't hate cops. Just don't get me wrong. Like, I really want. Like, I'm really somebody that's in the community and stuff like that.
Me and you both, bud. Good cops do exist, and I'll never stop believing that. But the reason I come off as anti-police is because so many officers in cases like this, they give me more than enough reasons to be anti-police. These cases of injustice, they're not even rare. They're fairly common, and that's a disgrace.
Talk about accountability, you know? Like, you gonna hold me
Here's
accountable.
one thing I would ask you to understand. So it's really late, right? It's really dark out. We get a high priority call, right? They give a vehicle description. Your vehicle matches that description. The officer sees you going through a residential area where he determines at a high rate of speed. He doesn't have to clock you. It's what he determines. And he affects a traffic stop. Now listen.
You know what that sound like now? Your body cam on?
Yeah.
Everybody cam on?
It's not an excuse.
This officer deserves some kind of reward for the most unbelievable excuses ever. He just keeps trying to justify the actions of the other cops, but every time it's like watching them fall flat on their face.
You're telling me, right? You know what you're telling me, right?
What?
Basically, I was profiled.
No,
Basically, because my car matched the description. He needed a reason. He needed a reason
Well, hold
to
on.
do like me to initiate a stop.
Hold on. So he's explaining what he believed. The vehicle description had nothing to do with it. The vehicle, I don't know if he knows, but the vehicle that we got called out for, they already found that vehicle. When I saw you, I was looking for somebody on foot, and I witnessed your vehicle driving at a high rate of speed through a residential area.
Say high rate of speed, because you don't got no radar.
So I am.
You can't tell.
I'm radar and hold on.
You can be radar certified, but I can't tell how fast it's going.
The audacity of this officer to give a lecture while convincing the guy that his guess is more accurate than a radar, it's appalling. How can one person's arrogance be so through the roof?
Okay, so all I'm saying is just the more knowledge we all have, the better, right? I mean, we're all here to learn.
I'm a war guy. I could lose the fight, but I always win the war. So like for me, listen, if it means that you gotta take me for that ride for instruction, I guarantee you, like listen, lawyers,
I would have taken
attorney.
you for a suspended license, bro.
You would have?
Absolutely. I arrest everybody for that.
I had to call my homeboy Sheriff Witcher. He would have had to tell you, hey, don't even bring that one in
I
there.
don't work for him, man.
Don't waste your time.
We don't work for the sheriff, so.
But Sheriff is the hot dog. I do know this. He's the highest law enforcement AC in the city. He's the man.
He can't just deny you, just to deny you, though.
Ultimately, this interaction ends with a chilling tension between the officers and the man. But you know what? I'm sure he'll be satisfied with the body camera footage, because it's clear he's innocent in all of this. But unlike this case, the next one, the victim gets the ultimate justice and teaches the culprit a lesson they'll never forget.
Lady, move it.
On July 9th, 2024, the YouTube channel Josh Prime Unfiltered posted a video showing two women fighting, with a man filming their altercation. But things took a turn when one of the women noticed him and approached. From that moment, the situation only got worse.
Oh shit, we got beef over here. Publix Palm Springs.
If one woman is out here singing about someone else and their children going to hell, and the other is screaming at the top of her lungs, if that's not a confirmation of lunacy, I don't know what is. This Karen is clearly way too comfortable acting obnoxious all the time. She's really nailing the role so far.
At least my husband isn't a pimp like yours. She started it. Put it on YouTube. Put it on your, she started it. I love it. Oh, you feel like shit? Don't project your disturbances onto me. Don't project your disturbances onto me. Don't ask for your money. Don't ask anybody for money. Get a job.
Such petty issues blown way out of proportion. Karens never know when to stop, do they? And trust me, this point of mine is going to be perfectly demonstrated in the rest of this video. Just wait and see.
Erase that.
Lady, are you crazy? Whoa, lady.
Or I'll punch the out of you.
Hey, lady, you're crazy.
Erase
lady. Lady. Move it. No, you can't hit me. Yeah, call them. You hit me. I got you on camera hitting me. I got you on camera hitting me. Me.
Stay.
Me.
Stay.
You can get it. You hit me in the face. Yeah, here we go. Karen of the day.
No way is she crying and calling the police after she assaulted the man first. He had every right to defend himself, and he even gave her several chances to back off. He did nothing wrong. But of course, this Karen isn't willing to admit that.
Lady, you're not supposed to hit me. I don't know who the f are. You need to get away from me. Lady, get the f away from me.
Exactly.
Lady, you hit me, yeah, and I'm gonna show the cops when you call them out here how you hit me. Yeah. I'm allowed to defend myself.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, see? That's liberal garbage. I'm allowed to defend myself. You're attacking me. You're coming up. Yes, you did. I have that here.
Move your phone.
No, lady, you're not allowed to grab me. You're not allowed to grab me. You have no authority to put your hands on me. None. You hit me. You have no authority to put your hands on me. I was filming your altercation with that lady.
Public filming is the man's right. Maybe if she doesn't want to be filmed, she should, I don't know, not create a huge unnecessary scene for everyone to see in public.
She hit me. She hit me.
I saw that. I'm calling the police.
I don't know what the hell what's wrong with her. How you doing, sir? Good.
I'm the one that took your initial
Yes,
report.
yeah, I know, I remember you.
Okay. Going through it so you understand where we are.
Yes.
You made your initial report, and at that time, we couldn't find her. We couldn't identify her. Later, the next day, she gave her version of the story to another deputy. And she described the encounter similar to what you described, except she said that you approached her, she didn't know who you were, and she was threatened. You know, a strange man that she doesn't know, you know, like getting that close to her, she didn't know who you were.
Did you see that in the video?
Okay.
This officer clearly isn't getting it. The guy was provoked. He only resorted to violence when he was attacked first. Under no circumstances is he in the wrong here. Not even close.
Your video is just one element of what we include in our investigation. Okay? I don't know what editing went on with that.
There's no editing. The full video.
Sir, I'm just telling you that we don't, you know, like,
I get
that
it.
she gave her opinion.
Okay.
You told me what happened. You didn't have any mark or scratch on you.
That doesn't matter. It's irrelevant.
Okay. Your
Sure,
video
I'm not
was
being
your
aggressive.
video. No, I'm trying to tell you.
I've driven from Broward here 3 times.
Okay.
Have you read her report?
Sir.
Have you read her report? Yes or no?
I've read the report that she made to us.
You read her report. This is the report she made to you guys. You read this? That her elbow was broken?
This officer is really starting to frustrate me. He's refusing to admit to clear evidence that's right in front of him. The Karen clearly lied, but for some reason, he's not ready to face that truth.
All right, I just wanted to get an explanation of why this is happening and why nothing's being pressed on the matter with the report with this lady.
So I just watched, apparently she went to another district, so we know who she is now, so we'll just file a charge on her.
But with all the questions, so that's what it is?
We didn't know who she was.
No, you guys did know last week though.
We knew it, I think we didn't have all our 14. We just
On
had
the
a phone number
20th, because I have the date there when you guys had her number, her address. On the 20th is when you guys had it.
Okay.
I was out of town.
It's July 5th now.
You getting a good shot of me?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna file a charge for you now.
Finally, the cops start making sense of things. I was starting to think we were in for yet another case of incompetent cop, but thankfully that's not the case here.
Simple battery.
So you guys didn't see anything else in that video other than simple battery?
What do you want?
Well, there's attempted robbery. She's tried to take my phone out of my hand, so if she succeeded, she would have broken it.
The phone is worth over $1,000.
Yeah, we're doing simple battery for you.
Okay.
All right.
All right. What else?
We're
That's
doing
it.
simple battery. for
Simple
you.
battery. So what do I do? That's a misdemeanor, right?
You don't need to do anything. We'll file the charge. The state attorney will reach out to you.
Okay. Cool.
You got
Appreciate
all
it.
this 14, right?
Yes.
He's in the report?
Yep.
Okay, we got her 14 hours. I guess she went out to another district and filed a report, so now we got everything.
All right. Cool.
Good to go?
Yep.
All right.
Thank you.
You've just seen what happens when corrupt cops finally get what's coming to them. But what do you think? Should more officers be held accountable like this? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and if you've ever witnessed anything shady with authority, we want to hear your story. Hit that like button if justice was served today, and don't forget to subscribe. We're just getting started.